Have you ever heard of AKL?
And the legend is, if we say his name, we could summon him. You should say it.
JKL.
I dare you.
JKL.
Say his name.
AKL.
Hell no.
You should say his name.
JKL.
Summon him.
JKL.
I dare you.
Don't say that.
He's here.
JKL. Awesome!
I have a bad feeling about this.
That brother from down under.
He's here.
All the way from Brooklyn.
JKL.
What's up, peeps? Oh my goodness, I haven't played that intro in a while. Oh, I love that intro. What's going on, guys? I gotta start putting that more in my videos. You guys know what it is. ImPopTu interview. I haven't done one in a minute. I said I was gonna start trying to do them every other week or at least once a month, and I always end up forgetting or skipping or whatever. Anyway, you guys are here, so you know what's going on. I finally, after years of trying, got the interview of a lifetime. I mean, listen, this guy is so huge. I can't even believe that he agreed to talk to me. So before I even get to the chat, before I, acknowledge anyone, we got to bring him in. The man, the myth, the legend himself. It's the Bearded Barbarian! What's up?
Hey, everybody. I prefer the Nugget King.
The Nugget King.
I don't know. People have been calling me that. It's very strange. Very, very odd.
Oh,
but I did eat the most chicken nuggets. So I go,
Yeah, you did. Barbarian ate, what'd you eat? 43?
46.
46 chicken nuggets in 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Yeah. They were all cold, too. That was the really gross part. So if they were warm, I could probably gotten a few more down. But
I know your pain. I've been there. I did the same thing when me and TechBot did ours. I bought the nuggets early, about a half hour early. And of course, by the time we start eating them, they were hard and cold. And I'm chewing and chewing. I was like, ugh. But I got through 60 of them. Not in 15 minutes, but I don't know how many I could do in 15 minutes. But anyway, what's going on? How are we feeling today?
I'm doing pretty good. I hear hail outside. Hopefully we won't lose any power. If we lose power, just let me know. I was like, I told my wife, I was like, I got to notice we're going to get hail. I was like, that's nice. So it comes and goes. It'll be fine.
All right. Well, this will be great. If you disappear, if
I disappear, it's not because you said anything to insult me. I mean, you probably did say something to insult me, but it won't be. I won't leave with that.
I probably will say something to insult you.
Probably. Most likely.
Oh, but we got the Barbarian on 1.11K subscribers. I don't know how to say that. I know it's 1,110, but the way it's written out, I'm like, okay, 1.11.
It's been like that it slowed down a little, but it's all good. It's all good.
Oh boy. So let me hit up the chat right quick just to acknowledge the people who are here early. We got, of course, the Horror Collective feed. What's up, bro? Thank you for coming out and hang with us. Chases Kingdom Hails. How we doing, bro? Nick Bayer, who actually is his birthday today, so he asked if we could sing him happy birthday. So you feel like singing him happy birthday?
Sure, whenever you'd like to sing, it's fine.
Okay, let's go. Let's get it out the way. Yeah, sure. Ready? Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nicholas Bayer. Happy birthday to you.
Happy 44th.
Is that what it was, 44?
Yeah, I hope that's all you dreamed it would have been.
I'm sure it was amazing. That's a good thing about when somebody is sighted. their hearing is extra. So I mean, he really got an earful of that.
Yeah,
You know he
I'm
did.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
If he was a dog, he definitely would have been howling. Oh, Pop Heat, what's up? Thank you for hanging out. My boy, Crazy Scottish Pop Collector, thank you for coming through. And Nadia, aka Little Monster, thank you for coming to hang out with us. Is that it? John Wilhelmy, how we doing, bro?
It was good, wasn't it, with John? Mm-hmm. Yep.
Let me see. I think that's it. That's it for now. So, what? Come on, StreamYard. StreamYard got this new feature and it's killing me right now. So we're just gonna jump into the questions. You watched the interviews before. You know, I'm just gonna ask you random stuff. Most of it about your pop collection and what have you, and some of it just random stupidness. So, first of all, everyone wants to know, what was your first pop?
My first pop, I started collecting back in 2019, the end of 2019, so not that long ago. And I was more into like sports pops. This area down here used to be what I call Patriots World. It was all Patriots memorabilia as far as the eye could see. That was back when we were winning Super Bowls and such. All that stuff is gone out of here now. It's all sitting in a closet somewhere until we start winning again, and then I have to find a new place for it. But so I got a Julian Edelman Funko Pop. And I open it up. And back in those days, of course, just like a lot of people, hey, this is just a thing. It does not a collectible. I pull it out of the box, threw the box right in the garbage.
Yep.
And of course, now it's worth like $90. Had I had the box, which I don't have.
Okay.
So,
but you know, still out of box, $30.
Yeah,
Still
probably.
not bad.
Probably. Yeah,
still not bad. Okay. So
Yep.
Julian Edelman. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's always that that gateway pop that we all get. It's like the first one, because I'm sure you probably saw pops before and you didn't have much interest, but then you got the Julian Edelman and you were like, okay, I like this. Then it was like, oh, look, Superman. Oh, look, the Flash. I love the Flash. Oh, look.
I never said that. You never, ever said that. If I had said, oh, look, there's the Flash, I'd stop collecting pops immediately. It'd have been a big waste of my time. No, I bought a bunch because I put them at work, like in my office at work. And I just was looking for some things to make it fun and decorate my office a little bit. So I bought some of those.
Right.
And then, I actually found some that I really, really liked. And then those are the ones that ended up here. So
yeah, especially the bobbleheads, because those are kind of cool to have at work. Get people coming by and bobbling the heads.
They come in there and they just sit there and stare at them. They're just like, I have a whole shelf on the bookcase. You just sit there and stare at them, and they don't have a clue what it is. So,
like, yeah, it's just keep walking, nothing to see here.
I had somebody at work ask me, why do you have these? That's what they said. Why do you have these? And that's why I had to explain the whole thing. And I explained it in a sort of a weird way. And I said, these pops are parts of my personality. All of the pops are part of my personality. So they found I had a Groot pop. I had a little Groot, baby Groot. Right? They're like, well, what does this one have to do with? And I said, he's a little guy, but he thinks he's a big guy, and that's me. So, I'm a little guy at work, but I think I'm running the show.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah.
So,
all right. What's up, Zach? Thank you for showing up. Barbarians dolls, yeah.
My boss calls them my baby dolls. That's exactly what I call them.
Some stores, when they ship them to you, if you look at the invoice, it does say doll on it, and I'm like, okay, whatever. I guess I collect dolls. I have a friend of mine makes fun of me because she's like, you and your dolls. I'm like, listen, they're collectibles. What's your favorite pop?
My favorite pop is probably Ace Ventura. I don't know, you can sort of see it over my back. It's in one of these. I pulled it out of a Smile World mystery box. I think it's like it's not the most valuable one in my class. It used to be, but it's come down a little bit. Pulled it out of a Smile World mystery box. So it was my first top pull from a mystery box. And it's a cool one. Like I have some other ones. Like my most expensive one is what is that guy's name? Anyway, it's a bloody, what is it, Pinkman? What is the guy's name?
Jesse Pinkman.
Jesse Pinkman. I never even saw that, but it's like a $650 pop. But
Yeah,
It's my
that's a
most
good
expensive one. It's not, but I also like Rey Mysterio. That's a cool one too. It's a cool pop.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Say collectible dolls like Barbie. Hey, my ex-wife collected Barbies because her mom collected Barbies. So every year for Christmas, the kids get her a new Barbie.
But I also have some cool autograph ones that I like too. So I like them for different reasons. I like them because of sort of the experience that I got from them, not necessarily the pop itself. Like,
Right.
you know, when I went and had, hey, see, here we go.
Here we
The
go
old man
again.
thing. Here we go again. But anyway, I went and had some autographs done of some different ones and met them in person. Those are cool. Those are my favorites.
Yeah, I liked the experience of getting certain ones, especially when you have one that you got from either like like you said, the experience of getting it. So like if you walked into a store and it's a older pop and it's just like sitting there and you're like, holy crap. You remember those moments of, like you said, getting one autographed or pulling it from a mystery box. Like you tend to remember stuff like that. So yeah, I understand. Why? I'm sorry.
The one I was thinking was Michael Rooker.
plugged
I got a Michael Rooker autograph pop. That was that was great.
Yeah,
I
sure,
got
that
that
was
sign at
popular.
Galaxy Con. That was awesome.
Yep. What's up, Ryan Noki? Anthony, thank you for showing up. Yeah, I've never really been into the autograph side of pops, but you know, now that I know I can possibly get the autographs, I think I'm gonna start trying to go for it. Especially being here in New York, like there's people I can run into all
I
the
mean,
time.
the autographs are cool if it's somebody that you're really into. I don't really like to collect autographs just to collect them, but if it's somebody that you really like. Now, obviously, the really great ones are real expensive. Like, hey, I'd love to have a Mark Hamill autograph, but I don't really think that's going to work out.
That's probably not going to happen. Dead Zone, what's up? Rion, what's up? We'll see this upcoming New York Comic Con, which I'm probably not even going to this year. I hate to say it.
When is it?
Fucking expensive. It's in October, but the tickets go on sale, I think, next week or the week after, and it's so expensive this year. It's like $65 a day. Like, why? When did that happen?
Because they know they can get it, I guess. I don't know.
They keep upping the price, and then the 4-day pass is like $210. Like, now times that times 2 for me and Kay, that's $420, and we didn't even get there yet. They're killing me.
The sad thing is, I went to GalaxyCon and it wasn't that much cheaper than that. And this was in Richmond, and it was like 1/18 of the size, I'm sure, much smaller than the New York Comic Con one. But I think it was like $45 for a ticket for 1 day. So
yeah, see that was more manageable. But I remember when it was $25 for a day. So now it's like, geez.
Oh, here we go. Back in my day.
I know. Back in my day.
It was a nickel to get it.
I've been going since 2011. So that's like 10 years of con. So.
Well, see, and here's part 2 is because people have been cooped up so long, people are willing to pay a little bit of money to go to these things. That's why they're, you know.
And I'm complaining, even though I live in New York, some people come from out of town, have to rent a room or a hotel or something for 4 days plus the tickets, and then go and buy stuff on top. So I can imagine what they're paying.
Yeah, I'm grateful I have a friend in New York that I can stay with. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I told you the tub is always open.
I'm sorry. What was that? Did you say the master bedroom? Perfect.
What's up, last? Thank you.
I have a bad back. You wouldn't make somebody with a bad back lay in a tub. I mean, come on.
All right, I'll put the blow up mattress on the floor. Gotcha.
I'm not sleeping on a pool float. Thank you very much.
What if you remember? What was the first pop you featured on your channel?
Ooh, that is a good one.
Basically, the first pop you kind of went, boom! Look at this. Not like.
Well, I remember the first video I did was actually a BAM box. So I remembered that one. I was trying to remember the pop. I think the first one was a mystery box because I felt like, so I really opened a lot of mystery boxes, and they were horrible mystery boxes. They were seriously damaged, terrible, cheap mystery boxes. Well, they weren't cheap, but the pops I pulled out of them. So I probably don't have them. early on. I don't know that I have many pops that I pulled. I'd have to go back and look at the video. It's been such a long. Some of those early videos are very cringe-worthy, and I told myself when I get to like 400 videos posted, I may actually go back. Yeah, you can
Go
see.
back and delete them.
You can see all the stuff on the wall. That's all Patriot stuff. And
Look, this is the first
this is
pop.
it?
Yep.
It's a Dumbo. There you go. I do have that one. It's a little autographed Dumbo.
Fireman Dumbo. Okay. So what is they put it backwards at the top?
Yeah, I got him back there.
Fireman
I
Dumbo.
pulled that out of I think a bandbox. They had some autographed ones in there.
So that was the first pop you pulled.
There you go. You brought that. Well, that was a fun memory.
The memories.
Fun memory,
Yeah. Baby Barbarian. Back in December 2019.
I'm a lot thinner then. If you look at me, there's at least 60 less pounds of me back in those days.
Let's see. And you're not as gray either.
No, I know. They keep reminding me at work that my beard's basically Santa Claus now. So,
how many pops do you have?
I was just looking at that the other day. I think total Funko stuff. I don't have all my sodas in there. I probably have 575. So pops, I'd probably say I'm probably in the 525. So
Okay.
I give a lot away. So I have, I have all of those that I put up.
Yeah.
But as far as pops, it's probably 525, something like that.
Okay. That's good. Yeah, I find a lot of people, they don't remember exact unless they're like on the app constantly updating their app. But yeah, I'm actually about to get rid of a bunch of mine. I don't know if you guys know Pop Fun to Play. He owns Pop Fuzz. His name is Sean. He's in Brooklyn, and I'm trying to work out a deal with him for him to buy some of my pops, but he's not buying right now. But I'm about to dump off like a good 100 some odd pops.
Wow.
If he's willing to buy.
So you're stopping to collect Star Wars pops? Okay, well, it's about time, don't you think?
No, I'm just getting rid of a bunch of the pops that I like, but I can part with, because I'm either gonna leave that as store credit at the store and just go in and grab Star Wars pops when he gets them, or have him give me the cash, or half store credit, half cash, so I can buy Star Wars pops other places and still have credit there. Like, I don't know. I'm using the collection to fund the collection. And that's what it's for, right?
That's what you get to do.
Oh boy. What's your favorite stores to buy from?
Well, I have a tendency to, like I said, I've been buying a lot of sodas, so I always buy online. I don't go to too many stores. Books A Million probably is the best one for pops around here, just because I live in the middle of nowhere, so I have to travel a distance to get there. The Target that I have is terrible, so I don't really go to Target as much as I should. So that one, Hot Topic, is okay. But like I said, I buy a tremendous amount online, so they're usually online type of places. So if I buy Target, it's online. If I buy Hot Topic, it's usually online. So
Right.
I do a lot of online purchasing. So
Okay, cool. Chat, also, don't forget, you guys can ask any questions of the Barbarian. Don't get too personal, because he might tell you, and I don't think you guys want to know.
you probably know everything. Once you start, sharing some of your bodily ablutions with people, then they just all bets are off at that point, I guess.
Excuse me. Oh God. If money wasn't an issue, like your life was fine, whatever, you just got to do whatever it is you wanted to do, what profession would you like to do? If you just do whatever you wanted to do.
Yeah, I don't really want to do anything. I mean, I'm sort of eyeing retirement, so I don't know. I guess test mattresses. I used to want to be a lawyer. I really feel like that was my calling. I missed my calling, and because my wife thinks that I'm every day is law. She's on, so because I'll ask her a question and she doesn't give me the answer I want, so I keep trying to asking it in a different way so that I can get the answer I'm
get
looking
a different answer.
And then eventually she just says, "I give up," and then
she's like,
I get the answer I'm looking for. So. But yeah, I do enjoy. I'm like right now, I'm glued on this Johnny Depp thing. Like if you ask if I'm not watching your YouTube channel, it's because I'm watching Johnny Depp. Okay, so this is his best role that I can remember him being in
listen.
right now. He's
I've
very
seen some of the outtakes,
Yes.
outtakes from the trial,
Right,
and
right.
he is hilarious. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Nick said, "Don't feel bad because he's been trying to work out a deal with you. No luck so far."
Well, like I said, he has some things I want, and I explained to him. He's like, "Well," I said, "What do you want?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm looking for these very specific. Like, I don't really, I'm not trying to identify specific pops. It's just general stuff I like. You show me a picture, I was like, yeah, I like that. I don't have that. I'm happy to. But he's like, I'm looking for this particular pop. I was like, I don't have that pop. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. You want me to go buy the pop so we can trade? I can't help you.
We've got a
I'm sorry.
3-way trade now, so you got to find somebody who has the pop he wants, and then
Now
you
you've
give
created a
him
whole
that.
thing for me. Now I've got a
Yeah.
whole choice. in my hands. You've taken all the fun out of the experience. Thank you very much.
Zach said you'd be a George Lucas impersonator.
Right. I could definitely do that.
You get that.
I'm sure
all
George
the time.
Lucas would just love that.
Yeah. I think you're the love child of George Lucas and Mick Foley. You look a lot like both of them.
No? Thank
I hope you take that as a compliment.
you. Well, initially, like I said, people would tell you, like, oh, that sounds cool. George Lucas, he's a billionaire and he's, invented Star Wars. And then you realize this man is 25 years older than me. And it's actually kind of insulting. You're saying I look like a 70-year-old, okay? And I'm not.
Well,
So-
but you don't look like he looks now, like old, because he definitely looks older.
But nobody ever says you look like a young
George
George Lucas. They just say you look like George Lucas, period. And I was like, oh, a young George
Like,
Lucas?
full stop.
And then like the people look at you like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I just
Oh, Patit asks, who's your favorite Pop the Chaos member besides yourself?
oh, you took away my answer. Of course it's me. It depends on the day. I really do enjoy my Pop the Chaos friends. JKL, to be honest with you, since he's on screen and
Don't do that.
To be honest with you, JKL is probably my favorite. And then when I'm on with Chase, then I would say he's my favorite.
Then you say Chase, exactly.
Of course, like I said, I'm a wannabe lawyer / politician. Okay, that was another career I thought I would go into because I felt like it was something that would be right up my alley. So, but no, I really do enjoy the group for very different reasons. Like I really enjoy hanging out with Lass. I never thought I would enjoy hanging out with her because she's out of her mind, and I usually try to hang around with people that are a little bit more normal than that. But yeah, so
yeah, that's a good answer. Good answer. I actually was thinking about this. Remember the first time we were all backstage and I was pitching you guys the concept. I'm pretty sure you were looking at some of the people on the screen like, oh, I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a try, but I don't know. And then you realize, oh, all these people are actually pretty cool.
Well, I didn't really. I knew you really well. I knew Pop Heat okay. I knew Chase fairly well, but that was pretty much it. I didn't really know New and Old at all. I didn't know Lass at all. I didn't know what's her name?
Dada.
I kind of knew her. I mean, I followed her and stuff, but I didn't really know having conversations with her. And Fat, I knew kind of, but not really. So yeah, most people I didn't really know much at all. So it made me nervous for sure. So
yeah, and you see now it's like, oh, these are my types of people.
I was all shy for about 5 minutes, and then I was like,
all of 5 minutes, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna be me, and if they don't like me, oh well. And that's what I wanted. I want everybody to just come on and be themselves. Like I said, it was Pop Heat who really came up with a list of everybody. I added maybe 2 people, but pretty much we agreed on everyone. It was like, oh, okay, yeah. So
it was a good group. It was very serendipitous.
Yeah, we kind of thought we would gel really well together, and so far so good. So I'm liking it.
There's been a few bumps in the road, but not too bad. Not too bad.
No, not too bad. We've had fun. Do you have a favorite food? And what?
Yes, I do. I like food that's edible. No, I'd say my favorite food is lobster. I love lobster.
Really?
I'm a Mainer. Like I wasn't born in Maine, but was born in New Hampshire. I lived in Maine for many years, but I love lobster if it's done really, really well. You like lobster?
I'll eat it it's not my favorite. Like if I get to order seafood, I'll order crab over lobster. I like crab better. And shrimp is my favorite, but I'll eat some lobster.
Yeah. Lobster is really awesome. It's like I said, if it's done right, the part of the reason I like it is because it gives you the opportunity to dip it in butter. I really just love butter, actually.
You can dip anything in butter, like
that's true. But it's socially acceptable to dip lobster in butter. Now, if you have like a sandwich, it's not really socially acceptable to dip that in butter. So
who cares about social acceptance, man? I eat my food how I eat.
Every now and then, I want to be reaccepted back into society. I'm on the outskirts so often. Every now and then, just like get back in there. So.
Oh, jeez. Well, since we're talking about socially acceptable, does pineapple belong on pizza?
Yes, it does. I'm going to break the internet right now. I love Hawaiian pizza. How about that? Yes, it does.
Oh, I'll eat it. It's definitely not my favorite, but I'll eat it. I mean, it's not like it's bad.
The problem is when people put it on it and it's that canned pineapple and it's like crushed and it's just like a juicy, sloppy mess. Right. You got to prepare it properly. You got to get all that juice or as much of the juice out of there. And then you put it in and get a nice char on the pineapple. Do you like the thing is I like kind of charred pineapple like on things. Like if you do a skewer, that might be cool, so
pineapple in there.
Yeah, pineapple in there. And I don't like much fruit either. So I'm not, I'm certainly not a health freak. So, from my perspective, it tastes good. So it's still not my favorite. My favorite pizza. And I just had a mental meltdown about this. I don't know, about 3 weeks ago.
What your favorite pizza is?
Cheeseburger pizza from Domino's. And those bums decided to cancel it. And I was like looking through Domino's. I was just salivating thinking, cheeseburger pizza. That's all I want tonight. And I looked at the thing and they're like, no longer available. I said, you stinking
bastard.
I'll keep it G-rated here, but it didn't go well.
Oh, God. I forgot what I was going to ask you next. Oh, how much is your collection worth, if you know?
I looked it up. I think it said like 16.5, something like that. So
nice.
If I could actually get 16.5, then I might sell some of it. But some of that stuff's a little inflated, I think. But I do have some pops that I have in my collection. I haven't really sold anything. Like I could, if I had a whatnot and the ability to sell some things, I have some pops that are worth a decent amount of money. I have an anime pop over there that's worth like $400. But I don't sell many stuff. It's just sitting on the shelf. So
right. Well, you know what you do? You send it to me, and I'll sell it, and then I'll split the profits. How's that?
Why do I think that you will not split the profits with me? And you'll say, "Well, I'm sorry, got damaged on the way, so I had to sell it for like $50. Here's your 25." I'm not too sure about that.
Listen,
that seems shifty.
Never do that to one of my fellow PTC.
I will never go into business with somebody who idolizes Darth Vader. That's not that. If you're thinking of going into a partnership, people, you go into people that idolize angels or good people. Don't go into people idolizing the dark side.
Darth Vader came back to the light in the end. Okay, he was a good guy.
For exactly 3 minutes before he died. Okay.
No, he was a good guy his whole life. He wasn't. Evil for like 10 years.
What are you talking about?
He was Anakin Skywalker his whole life.
You talking about when he was a kid? He was a bad seed then.
He became Darth Vader for like 19 years. Everybody freaked out, and then he went back to being a good guy in the end. Okay.
No, so he was a bad seed from the very beginning. Yoda sniffed that little boy out. He was like, "This guy is trouble." You know what I mean? It wasn't Yoda. It was the other dude.
Mace.
Yeah, Mace sniffed him out. He's like, that's a bad little dude right there.
If jerk to him, then he would have probably stayed on the good side. Mace pushed him to the dark side.
I've done that too before. Like I've hung around with some little kids before. I was like, that kid is a bad dude. You know what I mean? I sniffed it out.
You shouldn't be sniffing kids, by the way.
Well, that is true. You gotta be careful when you sniff the children, unless you're the president. Then that's allowed. So.
Oh my God. Other than pops, I can't even read my own question. What do you collect? If you collect anything outside of pops or Funko stuff in general.
Yeah, I collect comic books. I don't have as many as some people do, and I used to collect a lot more of them. I don't read them very much. But I have cards. I have sports cards. I'm not collecting currently, but again, I haven't gotten rid of really any of my collections. But I collect statues and anything kind of nerdy and stuff like that. But most of what I collect currently, spend my funds on, is pops and those type of things. my hardly worked money,
hardly earned,
hardly earned money. That's exactly right. Is Funkos. So, but
yeah,
I am also collecting a lot of swords and knives and stuff. I just bought a shield. I'm getting ready to decorate a little area. So, at some point in the future, I keep teasing. Some point in the future, I'm going to have that area finished, and I'm going to start doing some of the lives in there. So we'll see. It's the closet. My wife was like, "You're really going to go into the closet and do your lives?" I was like, "Yeah, that's the plan. That's exactly the plan."
You're gonna say Barbarians in the closet again.
Exactly.
Pop T said, "What are you drinking?"
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
It's just cranberry juice, and this is actually just cranberry juice. I'm not much of a drinker. I really not much of a drinker. Someone was like, "Yeah, you know," like I go out to, "Hey, drink." I was like, "Look, I'm plenty loose enough. You don't need me to be drunk." Right? No. I wouldn't. You wouldn't want to be around me in those circumstances.
Man,
I'm the designated driver often. So
okay, that's cool. I'm definitely I'll sit on a drink all night and just one drink. That's it. I'm not like knocking them back. I'm really a lightweight. I tell people all the time I'm a lightweight. I can't. So. In or out of box collector. I know you're a little of both, but
yeah, a little bit of both. But I would say, I mean, the 4-inch pops, 95% or more are in the box. There's a few that are outside the box in certain places. All the 10-inch ones are all out of the box, and then there's sort of a combo for the 6-inch pops. So yeah, it's a bit of a mix. Sometimes I have ideas, and I like want to set up like a little area. So I have to take some out of the box for that. But you can see sort of my background, the 10-inch ones are all out of the box.
That's why I said I know. I mean, most of us know. We watched you enough to know you're kind of a half and half. Not even half and half, but some out of the box. But
well, I like to set them up like there. You can have like a whole wall of pops. I don't know. I kind of like to break it up and with some different kind of scenes and stuff. So still work in progress.
Right. I always say, like, people will ask, like, why do you keep them in box? And I said, if I could take the majority of them out the box, I would, but I wouldn't have a place to put them. So you have to kind of keep them in the box to keep them stacked. So at least I could display them, and I could, you could change it around, put these in front, and then these in the front, these at the top, these at the bottom. But I have some out of box. But like, if I had like 10, all 10 would probably be out the box somewhere. But when you have 100 and something of them, it's
well, the thing people think, the box takes up more room than a pop does, and they're kind of right, but you can stack, right? I mean, once you do the other thing, I have seen people buy those little steps, right? And they'll put the pops on steps, because that's what I do with my sodas, right? As I put them on little steps. So you could do that if you wanted to, but
still, when you have hundreds.
Then where do you store all the boxes? That's the whole thing. I'm not gonna throw the boxes out. So
All right, Pop T, have a good night. I appreciate you hanging out, but we know it's late for you, so go get some sleep. Rian asks, are you into Lord of the Rings swords or any swords in general?
I love Lord of the Rings. It's one of my favorite movies franchises. I don't have any Lord of the Rings swords. But I've looked at some, and like I said, I'm sort of at a point, like I used to collect things and just rack them up. I'm sort of at a point where I don't want to collect anything I can't find a home for, right? So, and like I said, I got to buy some stuff to actually put my swords up on the wall. So I'm trying to convince my brother to help me with that. But because I just want to display them a certain way. So once I do, I'm going to sort of get a better idea of my collection of swords and knives and small things like that. Because I want to try to set up it so it looks nice. So, but yeah, I definitely would like to get some the Lord of the Rings swords for sure. So,
all right, cool.
A Witcher sword would be very cool as well.
That would be cool too. If you guys want, send Barbarian some swords. I mean, come on now. You got his address.
Send dangerous weapons through there. What a great idea.
I had some sword. I used to have a display on my wall that had all my swords and guns and stuff hanging. And When I moved into this place, I had to take it all down. And of course, my landlord here, he doesn't want me damaging the walls, so I can't hang them up. So I got a bunch of swords and stuff in boxes. Like, just I can't display them. Come on. You guys may have seen my Sword of Omens once when I did my homage to the Barbarian. I opened one of my boxes with the Sword of Omens.
Mhm.
It's kind of hard because it's like a full size Sword of Omens, a real sword too, metal sword. It's not like plastic or wood. It's a dope sword. Anyway, Crazy Scott's Pop Collector asks, how many 10-inch pops do you have? He's the 10-inch king over there. Crazy Scottish got like 70 of them or something.
Oh no, I don't have that. I keep telling myself I need to stop because, I probably maybe 10, maybe 9 or 10. I don't have that many. I've been sort of selective. I got these two. I've got that custom, which started out as 2 10-inch pops, and I lopped the head off of one and used the body for the other one. So, but that's one, and then I've got Mando over there. I got 2, the one you sent me, which I appreciated.
Oh yeah,
so I got the Blacklight Galactus, and I have the regular Galactus. You can't see; it's sort of out of frame. Then I have the Blacklight Hulk, which is a cool one. I'm waiting for my Blacklight box. My brother's finishing that up, and so I feel like I may be missing a couple. There might be a couple others, but yeah, I'd say 9 or 10.
Yeah, well, Crazy Scottish Pop Collector has 41 10-inch pops.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
That's just
I mean, they're cool, but wow, do they take up a lot of space?
Yeah, they do. I there aren't that many 10-inch pops that I really want. Like because for a lot of them, it doesn't make sense. It's like, why is there a 10-inch of this pop? It doesn't make sense. And then some of them, it's like, okay, I don't care if it makes sense. I just like it. So.
Well, I was sort of tempted to get that Iron Man that was $100. That was like, what is it? I don't know, however big it was.
18-inch, I think.
18. Yeah, no, it was bigger than that. Wasn't bigger than 18 inches? I think it was like 24 or something.
Really? I thought it was 18.
Really big one. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was 18.
Funko PDX knows he has it. Is that Iron Man 18-inch, 24-inch? How big is that Iron Man? Ray's Chaos. What's up for hanging out with us? I mean, thank you for hanging out with us. What's up, Ray's? What's with cutting the heads off your pops? That's his thing, man. Come on.
Well, it's not really my thing. It's just like, it's just rage.
Speaking of, got Percy back there.
There you go. There you go.
PDX said it's 18-inch.
18-inch. Oh, okay. But yeah, I was thinking about getting that one, but I decided not to.
Well, it's still available.
They need to have a 6-foot one. That's what I'm waiting for. The 6
foot.
Whatever one it is, I would
listen. I want to get one of those display ones, like at FAO Schwartz. They have the Batman one, and it's like a huge. And when you go to the
one at Hollywood, where they have those gigantic,
big ones,
you'd have a pretty hard time getting that into the car without them arresting you. I don't know if they could get it out that quick. So, but that would be cool.
I want one of those so bad. What made you decide to start a Funko Pop channel, or just a channel in general? You didn't start off pops.
I'm a huge narcissist. I keep saying that, and people think I'm joking, but I am an absolute huge narcissist. People need to see me. Okay, this is what the voices in my head keep telling you. Yes, this is how you become a person, is by adulation and praise from strangers. So, but no, I felt like, well, I enjoy doing things. Why not do things in front of a camera, see how it turns out, and if it turns out kind of crappy, either I'll improve or I'll stop doing it. So, I don't know. I guess I didn't think it would last that long. I would do it for a little while and just see, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoy doing it, and it's a lot of fun. And I've just sort of changed some of the things that I do and the way I do them, and hopefully I'll continue to do that too. I really enjoy opening the sodas. Those are my favorite videos now, more so than the mystery box. Of course, it's so hard to find mystery boxes now, decent mystery boxes now, anyway.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think everyone would agree your soda videos are probably their favorites also. I mean, it's just fun because when you don't get to chase your reactions, it's just like, or when you order like 9 Deadpools.
That was not on purpose. That was a Horrible,
It's
horrible
like,
mistake.
and it's like you honestly don't know how you ended up with 9 Deadpools, and it's like, well, at least you got one chase.
The frustrating thing is like when I actually opened that other box set where my wife fooled me, and I looked and saw I thought there was a chance I actually did this, because in my earlier video, my wife asked me, how many more of these things are coming? And I said, I have no idea. I don't remember ordering these. I just kept ordering them, and I knew I wanted Deadpool, and I kept ordering them. And you know how far back you have to order. And then I went to Spastic, and I was like, oh, Deadpool. Did I order that? I don't think so.
Yeah, right.
So I just went ahead and ordered it again. Then that was the thing. I ordered it so many different times. I didn't even guarantee myself a chase. Because you order 6 with Spastic, you get a chase, right?
Right.
But yeah, I was lucky to get the chase, I guess. So
yeah. That's just hilarious. Like, you need to start writing down on a little piece of paper or keep a notebook of your pre-orders.
Yeah. Well, that was another thing. It's just like I told my wife was like, you need to get better organized, because you're telling people you're opening 6 is 4. You're telling you're just going to be this, it's going to be that. So I actually looked at the tracking number and looked at my order from Spastic, and it said 6 sodas, and these are what they are. So I told people, I know there's 6 in here. I don't know exactly, but I even knew exactly which ones they were, and they were still wrong. They had switched my trackings on 2 boxes I had ordered, apparently. I was like, I'll be damned. I cannot win.
Oh, gosh. That's hilarious. What made you choose your channel name?
Yeah, that was, I was sort of toying with some different things, and I went back and forth, and when I told my cousin I was going to start a channel, I was like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So I tried some different things. I said, what do you think about this name? And I always thought like alliteration, right? That sounds like something. You want to try to get, I was a marketing major in college as one of my careers.
Me too.
And
awesome.
So I was thinking, you want to get something stuck in people's heads, right? So it's either something annoying or something repetitive, right? So I said, well, I want to try to come up with something like that. So I tried this and that. He's like, oh, that's terrible. And then when I said Bearded Barbarian, he was like, that's the worst one yet. And then I knew that's what I was to do, because I just kind of want to go the other way on that. So
you're like, that's the one.
When I looked it up, I found out there is another channel called Bearded Barbarian. He's got like 2 videos and posted like 9 years ago or something. So I was like, well, I'll just do it as collectibles instead of pops, because it is I do a variety.
It's collectibles, yeah.
It's collectibles,
your channel is definitely collectibles.
So
in your first video, you didn't have any pops in it, so
That's exactly right. So, and like I said, you don't know. Like I said, you at some point you may do pops for a while, and then I've gone through so many iterations of collections that have had comic books to sports cards to other things. I'm always collecting something, but it's something different. So.
That's exactly what I told the kids, because before we started the channel, for those who don't know, Kay Awesome, she's the one who decided, hey, why don't we do a channel? Because we always video ourselves doing stuff, and we watched a lot of content, and she was like, why don't we start doing that? And I was like, okay, fine. And then we were thinking of names, and they kept coming up with things with pop in the name. And I was like, no, because when we stop collecting pops eventually, or just decide to not collect them or move on to something else, I don't want it to be a pop themed channel. Like, that may be our thing now, but I've been collecting stuff my whole life. I've collected Legos, comics, action figures, Pokemon cards. Like, so I understand where you're coming from. Like, I didn't want this to be a pop related name. So considering our names all start with the JK or L, it was like, okay, well, JKL, and it's the 3 letters in the alphabet that back to back, so it makes sense to me anyway. And then people like to put JKLOL, just KLOL. So I was like, oh, JKLOL. But then we were kind of like, oh, maybe not. And then I was like, well, awesome, because I say awesome all the time. They say awesome because I say awesome. And I was like, okay, JKL awesome. They liked it. I liked it. There you go.
You're not the only awesome person out there. I met a Mr. Awesome on another channel. So
listen,
you seemed offended when you heard about it. I was like, that's interesting. You're gonna have to take him out. You know that, right? You cannot allow this to stand. Okay.
Well,
he's on your turf. You need to take care of this.
The thing is, I didn't know. I just found out about Mr. Awesome maybe a month ago. I didn't know there was a Mr. Awesome out there. And the thing is, when I first started my channel, K&L Collectibles was out there, and they did pop stuff too. So we would I didn't think we would end up running in the same circles as far as being in the same lives and stuff. So people would see JKL and see KNL, and people used to say JK and L, or they used to confuse us. So I was like, all right, we finally separated, and people know JKL from KNL. But then somebody was asking me, do I know Mr. Awesome? And I'm like, I'm Mr. Awesome. What are you talking about? And they were like, no, there's a Mr. Awesome. I'm like, and then I found out who Mr. Awesome. I'm like, oh, here we go. Now I'm gonna now JKL is gonna get confused with Mr. Awesome. But it's all good. We have fun here. I don't care. What's your go-to karaoke song if you have?
I mean, if I were to sing karaoke, which I've never done, because again, it seems to go along with alcohol, and I'm not much of a drinker. And to me, I would have to probably be high on many drugs and alcohol to shame myself, because it's not just about, hey, let's just go in the club and sing. Everyone's got their phone, right? This is going to end up in a really horrible place that I don't want it to be. But if I were to do that, I don't know. And that's a good question. Here's the problem. I would have very few songs because I don't know the lyrics. I don't listen to music and listen to lyrics. So it'd be a lot of and just kind of humming along. Like when I go to a concert and they're playing music and everyone's singing the lyrics, I'm like, I'm very impressed with these people because I do not know any of these lyrics at all. And I've heard these songs like 1,000 times and I don't know these lyrics. So I'd probably say, I don't know, Jeremy from Pearl Jam or something like that. I don't know. For some reason, I know all the lyrics to that song, so I'd have to go with that. It's kind of a downer. But.
Chase said something Elvis. You said Elvis.
Elvis. That was before my time. Now, it wasn't before JKL's time, but it was before my time.
Come on, a little less conversation. Come on.
Nah.
Everybody knows that song.
I thought you were talking about like Jailhouse Rock or something.
I don't know the words to that one. I know the 1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Okay, maybe I know something.
Maybe Bop. I think I could probably come up with Bop because I think that's all they say is Bop over and over.
No, that song actually has lyrics.
Does it?
A lot of them too.
Well, I say Bop over and over again. That's it. So.
My karaoke song is Tequila because all you have to do is go Tequila.
Would you do the Pee Wee Herman dance though? Is the question.
I could do the dance. Fine, I'll dance, but I don't have to sing. Oh boy, Nick, I'm the alpha awesome over here, okay? Plus it's 3-on-1. He's Mr. Awesome. We're JKM Awesome. We'll take him down. Bees, what's up, Bees? Thank you for coming to hang out with us. Let's see. Here we go. If you could have one superpower, what would it be?
I think we've had some discussions about these superpowers. Just one superpower. Yeah. Invisibility. I think that's the pretty, and for some of the most nefarious reasons you'd possibly imagine. That's my dark side. That one power would completely push me into the dark side. I would do some really horrible things being invisible. I don't know. Because I would think my soul is also invisible. So I feel like I could do these things
just get away with stuff.
Yeah, just get away with stuff. Well, I don't have a soul. I can't see it.
Yeah, right? Right. Okay.
Sure. What about you? What would yours be?
It would be teleportation.
Teleportation.
I say it all the time because I don't mind being places. I just don't like traveling to places.
Your job is traveling. I don't know. You're driving the train and you're teleporting.
Yeah, but listen, that's my job to drive the train. If I had to go somewhere, I wouldn't want to be on the train. I'd rather just teleport. And
maybe you could teleport with the train, and you're thing would be over. All right, we're here. I'm done for the day. Y'all have fun.
Could you imagine just a train full of people? Boom! They would love that, especially here. Jeez,
that'd be fun.
No, I hate traveling. I just like being somewhere. Nick said, "Your luck, invisibility, wear off while you were in the girls' locker room."
I didn't say that. You speculated things like that. That's not what I was talking about.
Chase said, "Stop time all day." Last said, "Healing or teleportation." See, teleportation, man, that's the power.
Healing, over it. I mean,
if you could heal, heal people, like you make a lot of money. Because you know how you have the fake healers and they touch your head and you're healed. Like, no, now you can really heal people. Man, listen.
Well, when you're invisible, you can make a lot of money too. But that's
well, that's a different type of making money. You just see
Still
a
greenbacks.
stack
Yeah.
of money floating down the street. Oh boy. Have you ever pushed all the buttons in an elevator?
Yes, I have.
Exactly. Who wouldn't do that? Like,
There wasn't anybody on the elevator, but it's like I did that. It was
And
like
then
one of
you
these
got
really
off.
ones, and no, and then I realized I had to go up like 10 floors, which was like, so I really did screwed myself. I was like, I just wanted to do it once, right? You see people doing it, it looks so cool, and then you just go, just rake your hand down the thing, and then you have to. I was like, I got to go up 10 floors. Now I'm going to stop every floor, and then the very next floor I went up, somebody got onto the thing, right? And then they go to hit the button, and they realize what had happened. And then they look at me. Of course, they look over at me. I'm like, oh shit! And just like I was like, I didn't do it. Some kid got on.
The person got off.
The kid just jumped off, man.
Because that's what I would do. It. You get to your floor, then you go, hit all the buttons and get off.
For the other people, that's
yeah. I did that once and got off, and the people got on, and they saw, and they, as the doors are closing, they're looking at me like, sorry. Oh, geez.
I mean, for me, I think the worst is I broke wind on, you know what I mean, elevator. Pushing the buttons would have been a huge, pleasant surprise for these people because it was not good. It was cabbage. That's trouble. You know what I mean?
Geez.
It was warm. It was a warm day. Stuffy in there. Anyway.
I get into an elevator after somebody passed gas. I'd be so pissed. It hasn't happened yet. I'd be so
At some point, it's just like I'm gonna get off and take the stairs at this point. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get off, even though this isn't my floor, and then we'll go to it.
Nick said if he had a superpower, he'd want to be Daredevil because he's already halfway there. Crazy Scottish Pop Collector said, stand next to Nick and you'll be invisible.
Is that right?
Oh no. Oh,
I'm invisible right now, right? I'm just on the
yeah. Let me see. Are you right-handed or left-handed? I think
I'm right-handed.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always been a right brain. Well, whatever kind of brain. I'm very OCD. I don't like creative people. They annoy me.
I'm sorry to annoy you.
Oh, you think you're creative? You know what it is?
I am a creative genius. Have you not seen my intros?
They also have a tendency to be late all the time and to not worry about anything. I worry about everything. Every part of my day is a worry. It's like one worry after another worry. So yeah, I'm very right. I'm very righty.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Back in school, like there were not many kids that are left-handed. Like because they would train people. They were like, oh no, you don't do that. Because all the desks were right desks. I don't even remember seeing any lefty desks at all. So it was a big challenge for people, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I'm right-handed, so it didn't bother me none.
Well, I like to make sure that people are assimilate. You know what I'm saying? We assimilate into the right. We want to all think the same and assimilate. That's part of what I believe in.
Oh, geez. You consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I mean, there's varying degrees, but
I am a major introvert. I really am. So, but I mean, around people that I don't know. So, like, if I go to a party, if JKL was having a party and he's the only person that I know, I would literally be in his back pocket the entire night. I am not wherever you're going. I'm going because I do not want to have interactions with people I don't know. And even if I did, it would be the worst thing ever. It'd just be like, how about that weather? I don't know what to say to people that I don't know. I mean, it's just very awkward. I'm very sweaty. I'll be touching my face a lot. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know. Those things make me very. Now around people that I do know,
yeah,
I'm an extrovert, obnoxious person. So.
Yeah. So see, that's one way we're very alike because I'm the same way. If I go to a party. And I've been to parties where I know maybe one or two people, and I'm either always with them or I'm sitting somewhere alone, like in a corner, because like I have the hardest time talking to people I don't know. But if I'm around people I know, I'm just so outspoken and extroverted because I'm comfortable with them. They know me, I know them. I can just be myself. So I get that 100%.
Well, the thing that's interesting, like introverted people have a tendency, like they don't like people around them, and it takes a lot of your energy away. Just it kind of sucks the energy away, and it feels like that around people that I don't know. But when around people that like it, so a lot of introverted people, like I could sit in a room all day by themselves. I can. I mean, that's the part that I'm not able to do. So when I'm at work and I'm working on some things and I have a little bit of downtime, I'll immediately get up and go to somebody else's office to annoy them, because that's my, I'll go and sit down and ask them what they're doing to irritate them. So, because that's my entertainment. So,
yeah, I don't mind being alone. I like when the quarantine was in full swing. Like I live alone. Kids weren't here. I had nobody around me for weeks at it. I was just fine. I was like, hey, I love this. So
I don't think I could have done it. They would probably taken me out of here with a net over my head. So, like when I'm driving in the car, I'm in the car for like an hour and a half to get to work. I talk to myself the entire time. I'm having not in my head, like I'm actually talking to myself the entire, and then answering myself, and
that doesn't mean anything. That's fine. That's how I am when I'm in the front of the train. I talk to myself. Right? Like I know people think I'm on the phone or something because I come into the station and I'm sitting there like having conversations out loud to myself. My mouth is moving. They're like, they probably think I'm singing or something. Like, no, I'm literally.
They probably think that you're crazy and they're disturbed by the fact you have their life in their hands.
Hey, they can wait for the next train.
This is the crazy train. Is that what it is? That's what that song means. Crazy train. I get it now. I get
it. Oh, Chase, funny you should say that because I'm on Duolingo right now, bettering my Spanish. Because I used to, I know certain Spanish words, but like I can't speak it fluently. And now I'm starting to learn how to speak it fluently. So, well, really? Not fluently, but a little something. So yeah, learn a second language.
Well, I like to just say things and then pretend it's another language. Like, there's some people that at work that are Hispanic, and I'll just say things. I was like, "Is that a word?" I'm like, "No, it's not a word."
No, that's
it's like, "What about this? Is that a word?" No. What happened? Who is the most famous person you've spoken to?
It just popped out my own live.
I was like, I took over the live. How about that? All right. Well, that was interesting.
Oh boy, number one way not to get robbed. Yeah, people don't bother me at all. Yeah. And like I have like the funniest thing before we get to the next question. Not the funniest thing, but a funny thing about in New York for me is like I seem to get bothered a lot when people want to ask for directions. Like for whatever reason, I guess people feel like I'm approachable enough to ask directions. But at the same time, I get those looks where people look at me and go, okay, I don't want to mess with this guy. So it's either one or the other. There's no in between. It's either they approach me like they know me or they just stay away from me. And I'm like, either way, it's fine with me. Like, okay.
I don't get approached for directions because I always look confused because I'm lost myself usually. So I always have that lost look. But when I'm in a store, like for whatever reason, when I go into like various stores like Walmart or Target, I'm always wearing the same color shirt as the people that work there. And I don't even know why. I just like, I happen to be wearing a red shirt in Target or a blue shirt in Walmart. And it's not even this exact same color blue. It doesn't matter. They're like, excuse me, sir, can you help me with these things? And I'm like, I don't work here. And then people walk away. And then after the fourth time, you're just like, okay, what can I help you with? So I'll just go and follow them and go in the, go in the back, pull out a pallet.
Yeah, take out pallet. Hey, Tats, thank you for hanging out with us. Appreciate it. Nick said when he was in college, he thought Cantonese was going to be the next worldwide language. So that's what he took. It didn't pay off. No, it didn't. To build on your story, I used to wear red shirts all the time because my favorite color is red. So at one point in my life, every shirt I owned was red. And going into Target with a red shirt on, you definitely get asked questions all the time. I used to be like, I don't work here. And even now, sometimes I'll be in a store and people will ask me, and I'm like, I don't work here. Like, what are you asking me where to find something? Like, And I'm not even wearing what the people in the store wear. I'm like, what? Like, that's what I said. I'm either approachable or people stay away from me. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I mean, sometimes I'm wearing the same shirt. Almost because I'm like when I'm in the grocery store, I'm tall, right?
Okay.
So I'm constantly asked, "Can you get that from the top shelf for me?" I'm like, "Geez, I wish." These are the times I wish I was short. You know, like, can you get the thing? I can barely reach it. It's like way up there.
Oh boy. Chase said, "You asked me, I'm sending you to the other side of the store." I did that once. I walked out of Radio Shack. I know a lot of you guys don't know what Radio Shack is, but it used to be a store. I walked out, and somebody literally walked up to me in front of the Radio Shack and was like, "Do you know where Radio Shack is?" And I was like, "Yeah, you go down the block, like 2 blocks down, you take a left." And we were literally right in front of the store. I'm like,
nah.
Okay. If they didn't see it, oh well.
Oh,
I feel bad for it now, but
I'm sure you.
So, who's the most famous person you ever spoke to?
I mean, other than you, of course.
Thank
I
you.
would say probably Stephen King. I mean, I've spoken to a couple different famous people before. I mean, I spoke to Michael Rooker to get that autograph.
Yep.
What's his Matthew Lewis, who played Neville Longbottom. So,
Okay.
But I would say Stephen King. Probably. I was in. I used to go to school in Bangor, Maine, and we were in the movie theater waiting to go in to see a movie, me and my friends. And we kind of looked behind us, and standing right behind me was Stephen King and his wife. And he's a weird looking dude. I mean, it's not like, oh, that could have been Stephen. No.
Right.
That was Stephen King, right?
Yeah.
So we saw him, and then, so we went and asked him for an autograph, and he was nice. He was very nice. Like, I can't. It'll start a whole thing with people if I do that. Right. So I didn't talk to him for very long.
No, but you still spoke to him. I mean, conversation wise,
yeah. And then the guy from T.J. Miller from Deadpool. That was probably the person I spoke to the longest. That would be sort of famous like that. Okay. Sharon, we were getting his autograph, and I was waiting for a Polaroid picture because he refused to let anybody take a digital picture.
Right.
He said that caused trouble. So he's like, "I'll let you do a Polaroid." So they had a Polaroid. So I was waiting for him, and it was like really awkward. I was just standing, and then Sharon just walked off because like I said, I'm very awkward around people I don't know. Sweaty and awkward too, which is not the combo you're looking for.
Right.
So I was standing next to him and stuff like that. But again, he was really, really nice. So
yeah, cool. Well, I've spoken to a lot of famous people, but the most famous would be Janet Jackson. And I can't even really say I spoke to her. Like when she my ex-wife, who back then was my girlfriend, was working at the Lincoln Center in Manhattan, and they were having.
I thought you were going to say your ex-wife was Janet Jackson.
I
didn't really speak to her because she was my ex-wife. Oh, okay.
But she worked at the Lincoln Center, and they were having a Janet Jackson tribute. So like Boyz II Men were there, Jimmy Jam and Lewis, a bunch of famous people. But since she worked there, we were able to go backstage, and we were sitting backstage. We met Boyz II Men, and we were sitting, and there's like an elevator, and her. We didn't know it was her dressing room right in front of us, but a dressing room. And the elevator, ding, door open. Janet Jackson, all her kids, that's what she used to call her dancers, came walking out. And that was back in the Velvet Rope days, so she had the red hair, and I love red. And it's freaking Janet Jackson, loved her my whole life. And she walked, and I was like, I froze. I was like total shock. And the lady who was my wife's boss stopped her and was like, yeah, they wanted to say hi. And she was like, oh, okay. She walked over to us, and she was like, hey, how you doing? And my wife's talking to her. I keep saying wife, girlfriend at the time, you guys know. And I was like, I'm standing there, I'm frozen. I couldn't even speak to her. And she was like, would you like a hug? And I was like, yes.
The strong silent type worked out pretty well for you. You got a hug out of the deal. I didn't get a hug from Stephen King, so that's pretty good.
And and we took a picture. I wish I still had it, but when I lived in Albany, we had a fire and a lot of my stuff burned. So no more picture with Janet Jackson, and that was before digital cameras. But yeah, I even in the picture, you can see I'm dumbfounded, like just like gone. You would think I was drunk or something. I was so like just out of it. But yeah, Janet Jackson. That's
cool. That's really cool.
I'm sorry I took over, but I love
No,
telling that story.
It sounds like we're interviewing you today. Now,
Yeah, right.
I've gone to like a lot of concerts, but I've never done like a back. You know, when I was on live with Chase and he was asking me some questions. He said he always likes to do the backstage experience.
Yeah,
I've never done that. I always feel like I don't want to spend the money. And then part two, again, it would be the most incredibly awkward thing ever because you know the person doesn't want to talk to you. They're just like, okay, this schlub just paid $100. I need to pretend like I'm interested in what he's
Yeah. I remember you were talking about that, and I was like, yeah, I don't like doing that either. I snuck backstage at Madison Square Garden a couple times for some concerts, and you kind of meet people, and you don't want to be too obvious that you're not supposed to be back there, so you just kind of stand up against the wall and see people. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, what's up? So yeah, I don't do the backstage.
I'm not a very risky guy. I would, if I was just like, hey, I need to sneak somewhere. I'm not much of a sneaker. First of all, I'm too big to sneak. But if I was able to sneak, it's just like I'd be constantly worried they're going to catch me and throw me in jail. When in reality, they're just going to tell you to get out of here. You know what I mean? So, but,
oh boy, I didn't call her anything, Raze, because I couldn't speak to the woman.
How did she smell? Did she smell good?
Oh, listen. So what's your favorite 10-inch that's not a custom?
What's your favorite 10-inch that's not a custom? I would say, how about the Galactus that JKL got? That was nice. That really is one of my favorite ones. It's very cool.
Oh, yeah.
Other than mine,
Yeah. Let's see. Next one. What's your favorite soda? Someone asked.
Freddie. Probably my first Freddie that I pulled that's got the little lemons on his shirt. It's most valuable, so it's my favorite. There's some other cool ones though. I mean, but yeah, I'd say that's probably my favorite. I just I like the sodas, the chases that are different than the regular ones.
Right.
They have such this thing with glow. I'm not really into that much.
Right.
But the chases that are different, like Vince Clortho, that's a cool one.
Yes,
I know that's a tough spot for you, but I did get that chase. So
I'm so upset. If you guys didn't see, go watch the video where I opened the Vince Clortho.
Every time I think I figured something out, just like you. Oh, this is a chase. Click, click, cling, cling, click, cling. It's not. It's a complete figment of your imagination.
No, but honestly, if you had those two sodas and you're shaking one and you're shaking the other, and one is going click, 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 and the other one's like muffled.
It's just a bubble wrap the way that it's twisted around, though, right?
Yeah, but you're thinking, since, especially for that one, since the chase is so different, you're thinking
it is, and it's a big one too. The chase is a thick soda.
Yeah, it was easy for me to get fooled. Listen, I so thought I had the chase.
Whoops.
Oh, boy.
I got this in the bag. Anytime you think I got this in the bag, no, not so much.
I was so upset. Anyway, what's one item on your bucket list?
I don't really have a lot of. I don't like doing things. You know what I mean? I've learned I really don't enjoy going out that often. I'm one of those people that goes out and just like I want to go out. Like I told my wife, let's go out and do something. And then when we're out and doing something, I'm just like, I want to get home. I want to be where I'm not. I'm like a dog. You ever like a dog at the door? He's sniffing.
You want to go
just
out?
Like can't wait. And he bolts as soon as you open the door, and then you realize I'm outside. I don't want to be outside. I want to get right back inside. So that's me. I don't know. I probably would go and my wife wants to see, another country. I'd want to go see Scotland and Italy. That would probably be two things that I'd like to see. I'm part Italian, part Scottish. So to see Ross Castle, you know what I mean? That sounds amazing. Let's be honest. Okay. We owned it until we lost it in a poker game. So, but now it would be cool to see that. That would
okay. So you take a trip over to Ireland.
I don't want to visit again. I don't really have the. I don't want to get on a plane. Is there a way to, like I said, I need to get
teleport. See,
there it is. Beam me up, Scotty. Is Scotty here? Beam me up, Scotty.
See, that's exactly what I'm saying. I don't like traveling, but I don't mind being places. So If I could just snap my fingers and be in Ireland, great.
My wife says I am the worst traveling companion you would ever meet in your time because I get so worked up about the entire process. I don't like packing and then getting the bag. I have to carry the bag and then waiting in line. And then, at every time I go through TSA, I look like an Arab or somebody that they think is up to no good. They pull me aside.
You got to take off your
it's always a thing.
shoes
Oh, yes.
your belt. Yeah. Oh,
bad news.
boy.
Bad news.
Scotty sent the transporters down.
Come on, Scotty. I need more power.
Ray said you secretly want to be Flash. You can just run there really fast.
So you start trouble, Ray. We were good friends. Don't start trouble.
Don't start trouble.
I did get that flash pop. Did you see that? I got that flash pop.
Yeah, so I'm surprised you didn't ask it.
Well, he's gonna be put through the trials. Okay, the trials and tribulations.
Oh, God.
I've got some ideas on some videos that I'm gonna work out. So we'll see. You'll see.
Okay. So, do you pour the milk or the cereal first?
Oh, you got to pour the cereal.
Okay, thank you. Oh, I thought you were going to be one of those milk first people.
No. And then just have the stuff floating on top. That's so weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's like
the only time you pour the milk first is if you have a little bit of milk and you can't put enough on your cereal, so you pour the milk first so you can pour cereal to match the milk you have. That's the only time you pour milk first.
Well, I'm one of those consistency people. To me, consistency is more important in a lot of cases to taste. So I'll take, if I'm going to sit in the living room, I'll take a glass of milk and a bowl of dry cereal, and I'll go and sit down in my chair, and I will pour the milk in, and I realize I have 13 seconds to eat this bowl of cereal before it turns into mush. Because I do not like mushy, gushy things. So I'm just shoveling as fast as I can to get those Cocoa Pebbles or Honey Nut Cheerios into my mouth. And if you get down at the bottom, there's a couple nasty. Oh, I can't.
Certain cereals. Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to like when the cereal got mushy, and then I would drink all the milk and then have the mushy cereal at the bottom.
Oh, no. I like the milk, but not the mushy.
As I got older, that started becoming why did I do that?
So gross.
I don't really eat cereal that much now, so I don't know. I still, of course, pour cereal first, but I don't know how fast the cereal gets soggy anymore.
It's gotten better. I've noticed the technology for cereal has improved significantly, but I've also noticed there's more sugar in cereal than there's ever been.
Yeah, that's true.
I remembered sweet cereals, but now it seems like it's pure sugar. So I try it's not good for me.
Oh gosh. All right. A couple more and then we get out of here. Here's a good one. Something you would tell your 15-year-old self if you could.
One day you'll get a chin, because I had no chin at 15 and I really wanted a chin. I have a very round face. I'm a very round, and when you get a beard, it fills in a chin. It's just I have a normal looking face right now, but if I shave, I would look at least 20 years younger. I would look like a preteen boy, but I would also not have a chin, and that is disturbing. So, that was that part of it.
So no words of wisdom, just
that's wisdom. I think that's pretty good. One day you'll have a chin, because I used to spend a lot of time thinking about my chin, and so yeah. I'm not sure what kind of wisdom would I don't know. I don't really know. I seem like I was smarter at 15 than I am now. I feel like I've gotten dumber over the years. I'm much dumber now than I was when I was 15.
Chase said workout.
Don't need as many Pop-Tarts. How about that?
I would tell my 15-year-old self, buy Apple stock now.
Now you're thinking. There you go. I was broke then. I wouldn't have had any money to buy anything anyway.
Sorry, by the time you hit 21, you would have still been able to get it cheap. So you would have been all right.
I wouldn't have listened to me. When I was 15-year-olds, I didn't listen to anybody. I did my own thing. If I told myself, you need to go buy Apple stock, that's the last thing I would do.
But
I would do everything but that.
If you're telling yourself, it's different. When your parents or other adults is whatever. But if I knew my future self came back to tell me something, I would listen to my future self. Like, all right, because you're there, so yeah, you're
Well,
me.
I like to play pranks on. I could see I'm like
Play a prank on
this
yourself.
jerk is playing a prank on me.
Buy
Like I'll buy something
Trust
that'll
me,
immediately
buy
tank.
Enron.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Buy a ticket on the Titanic. Just like no, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not at all going to do that.
Like, older me.
Exactly right. What a jerk! I'm just like, what a jerk.
And then you think about it and say, I should have known.
Exactly right.
My older self would do that. Nick, I do know about Magic Spoon. I haven't bought them yet because the cereals are really expensive. And since I barely eat
What is it?
cereal
Magic Spoon? What is that?
It's a cereal called Magic Spoon. It's keto friendly since I do keto, and it has like 0 carbs basically, and they use the fake sugars that are what are they called? I don't remember, but anyway, it's healthy.
They don't have those sugar alcohols, do they? Because that's trouble.
Yeah, they have the like erythritol and things like that. So
that's the stuff that gives you diarrhea. Do you really want to eat cereal bad enough that you're willing to have diarrhea?
I use erythritol and stuff. You just don't use a lot of it. Like,
no,
if
you just need to not eat it.
It's like
when you have you tried the bread that's keto bread? It won't toast. I was like, it defies the laws of physics. You can't even toast it. I tried it. It's like it's made out of sawdust, a sponge, and styrofoam. There's no way this thing can toast. It is the grossest thing ever. It's just don't eat bread. Just dip your spoon in the peanut butter jar and move on.
I do that too, but but it's like the gummies, like the sugarless gummies. They have the erythritol, so that's why we.
Yeah, but they give you diarrhea. That was the point. I did that live where I crap myself, huh?
Right, but that's why you're not supposed to eat that many.
Well, that's the thing. I'm also one of those obsessive compulsives. So, like, I start something that I like, and I'll just keep shoveling it in, thinking. And then, it's just like a dog that you need to take the bowl away every now and then because he doesn't know when to stop. So
right. All right. And our last official question. Name some YouTube channels besides mine and yours. And don't even mention any of the other Pop the Chaos members. We all know
right.
Say
that.
Of
course.
Other channels you think people should be watching.
Well, there are a lot of great pop channels. I don't know if that's the direction you want to go or just
just channels. YouTube channels.
Yeah, these are bigger. I always watch a Good Mythical Morning. I really like Rhett and Link. So if people aren't watching that, it's a lot of fun. That's when I started getting into people watching people eat nasty stuff. The older episodes are much better than the newer ones. They were willing to eat blood and stuff like that. Right. So that's cool. Another cool one is it used to be called Screen Rant. It's Pitch Meeting. If people are not watching Pitch Meeting, you need to go watch that. It is hilarious. That guy is hilarious. He is probably my favorite YouTuber that's not, like a pop YouTuber.
Right.
But he'll do a lot of spoilers, but pretty much every Marvel movie he'll do and stuff like that. And for people that don't know, it's like somebody's pitching a movie, like the Venom movie. They're pitching, but they're telling it like what's actually sort of happening in real, and it's true. Those are things that's funny about it. It's so true. Yeah. There's just like these things would never happen in any kind of form.
Yeah.
So, but it is fun. It's fun for people to go check it out.
Yeah, I love me and the kids watch his stuff all the time. We even say it sometimes when we're talking to each other. We'll be like, super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Exactly right. It's little catchphrases. My brother bought a shirt because you can buy a shirt that says super easy, barely inconvenience. Yeah. I remember one time, years ago, had to be like 2016, I think, 2015. And we were in the car, and I used to put stuff on for the kids in the back to watch while we would drive, and we were with their mom. We were still together at the time. We're driving, and he gets to the part. We've never seen this episode before, but we get to the part where he's about to say super easy, barely an inconvenience, because he always sets it up. Right. So we knew it was coming, and the three of us went super easy, barely an inconvenience. And she said, she looked at us. She was like, "How'd you guys know he was going to say that? Have you watched this before?" We're like, "Nope, we just know." That's what. Yeah,
it's so good.
He is hilarious.
Yes, I love that. And Honest Trailers. I don't know if you guys watch Honest Trailers. Honest Trailers is really funny. It's basically they make a trailer of the movie, but they make it honestly. So Yeah, it's kind of like pitch meeting, but in trailer form. Really funny.
There's another good channel. The guy's called Michael Reeves. He does like he makes like robots and things like that. He's really sharp. He's like a little kid. He looks like he's 10, but he's actually like 30. I don't know if anybody's seen this guy before, but he does like really weird things. Like he set it up where somebody could go on Amazon and buy things. He said, you can decorate my room, right? And people just go ahead and buy things. So people went on and they typed in things on Twitter, and it automatically ordered things on Amazon for him. All these boxes came, and he decorated his room. It was the craziest stuff you ever saw in your entire life. People had bought him like all these BTS dolls and the Bible, and then he was like toilet paper, and people bought him rocks. It was just the stupidest stuff. People picked the dumbest thing you could possibly buy.
Okay,
but it's good. Michael Reeves, check that one.
Write that one down. I'll check that.
Yeah, check that one.
Nick, I actually do watch new rock stars, and I don't watch Den of Nerds anymore, but I know Den of Nerds also.
Cool.
Hey, Miss Payne, thank you for showing up. We're actually getting ready to end, but
Backyard Scientist is a cool one too if you're into that type of thing.
Backyard Scientist, okay.
Yeah, he does like he makes his own microwave. He made it his own X-ray. He does really what I would categorize as really dangerous things, but it's very funny. So.
Okay, I'll write that down too, because I do like stuff like that. Like I watch the slow mo guys. I don't know if you heard of them.
Yes,
like, they take video of them like doing things in really super slow mo, and it's so cool. Some of the stuff they do, it's really good. Like I'm sure we've all seen a glass break before.
Right.
You watch a glass break in like super slow mo, and you actually see the cracks coming in. And it's so cool. Things like that. So slow mo.
There's some good YouTube channels on there where they make like dioramas and stuff like that. I'm really into watching some of these. They do a lot of Star Wars. There's one guy that does a lot of really cool Star Wars with lightsabers that light up, and it's very, very cool.
Oh, cool.
The way he does it. Yeah, I'll have to find that one. Yeah. Send you the link.
There was another. I can't remember the name of the channel, but they actually made a working lightsaber, and it's man, listen. Obviously, it's impractical, but they did it, and it was so cool. I was like, okay, so it can be done. So
well, that's the thing. I watch these things, and my wife is sitting there, and she's staring at me, and she's like, "Why are you watching that?" And I was like, "It's really interesting." She's like, "You are getting ideas," and that makes me very nervous because I am the biggest idiot. I like I see somebody, they put up an entire deck in 30 minutes. I can do that. No, you can't. She's like, "No, you can't. Please stop." That'll be such a waste of time. So
I like watching stuff like that too, though. And there was this show called How It's Made. I don't know if they still make the show, but I used to love watching that. And although I don't remember much of it, I like seeing how things are made. Like I like knowing stuff, even if I'm not going to remember it. Just knowing it's kind of cool. So I like shows like that where people make stuff or go show you how things function and operate.
I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I think his last name is Savage. He used to be one of the
from Mythbusters.
Mythbusters,
I almost met him.
The channel's called Tested. He's Adam Savage.
Tested, yes. I still watch it.
He does a lot of really cool stuff on there too. He make a lot of props and make costumes and stuff like that. Now he's really talented. It's like when you watch him, you're like, I know I can't do it. Like I like to watch the people you think you could do this. You watch him do it, and you're like, there's no way I can do these things.
Yeah.
So.
I almost met him at New York Comic Con. I kind of found him, but then didn't really know if it was him, and then later on found out that it was him. I was like, God damn it, I could have met him.
He makes some really amazing costumes. Like he did one of Chewbacca. I don't know if you saw this one that had C-3PO in the sack
backpack thing,
on his back. Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool one.
Yeah, he did. Where was he at Comic Con dressed up as? I forgot, but yeah, he likes to dress up in costume and walk around. And sometimes people recognize him. Sometimes people.
Well, find the best costume, and it's probably him because he has a tremendous amount of money to do these things.
Yeah, right.
He makes some really, really neat stuff. So.
All right, and I guess our last question: what do you have coming up? I'm going to give you the floor and just let us know what's going on in the world of the Bearded Barbarian.
Hey, so Friday, obviously, we have our Pop the Chaos live. It's going to be on my channel, so hopefully come and join us. It'll be 7:00. So should be fun. We'll have some games. I'll have some giveaways, of course. And tonight, after this is over, I'm going to try to post a video. I've got some more WonderCon sodas and some spastic sodas that I opened. I think it's like 6 or so sodas. So I'm gonna post that video, and then I have some snack crate videos that I'm gonna post, and I have a huge stack of sodas and mystery boxes over there to open, and hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. But this week, that's what we're looking at. So we're looking at a snack crate and WonderCons, spastic sodas, and then, like I said, we'll have our live on Friday, and then maybe on our live we'll do our mystery box challenge, which should be a lot of fun. We'll shoot for that.
Yes. Sounds good.
All
right, guys. Like, share, subscribe to Bearded Barbarian if you haven't already. I mean, if you're watching me, you most likely watch Bearded Barbarian already, because they like to joke and call me the famous one, but he's the famous one.
Yeah. If only.
If only. Yeah, let's get up out of here, because I know I gotta go to bed, and I know you want to get away from me. You're like, geez, this damn.
Nah. Well, I was tired today, and my wife was like, "Go take a nap." I was like, "I've got a live to do." She's like, "Are you going to make it through the live?" I said, "I hope so. I hope he's entertaining tonight. I might snooze right through the middle of it." So,
of course. Come on, man. You know what it is. You could have went to. Oh, Chase Popped. He'd already asked that, and he said it was me. Ha ha.
I also said I reserve the right to change my mind, and frequently do.
Yes,
so.
And he also said when he's on your channel, he'll say you, Chase. So you know.
Right. When I want something from Chase, I'll say Chase, and etc. So, but no, I really do enjoy the group. I didn't think I would enjoy being part of the group as much as I do. I just thought it'd be the thing to do, but you don't understand how disappointed I was in myself that I missed that live. Not just because my perfect attendance is gone, and I will never get that gold star back. It's gone forever, and I get that. But seriously, I really do enjoy them as sort of. And I don't know why I posted the thing and it said 6, and then I look on the thing. It's 6:30, and it was like I got electrocuted. I was like, "They're live now." I'm 30 minutes late.
You should have just jumped on. Even if
I kind of knew that Fed has a tendency when he does his live to be shorter, and it was like 35 minutes in. I'm like, by the time I get set up, he's going to be done probably.
Right.
So and I didn't want to mess up whatever people had going on, but it looked like you had fun. That was
Yeah, it was fun. Trying to draw with my broken mouse. And I have a box with a.
I was going to say you got to get a stylus. Do you have like a little a stylus-y pen?
No. But I have a better mouse in a box somewhere. I keep forgetting to take it out, and every time I rearrange my boxes, I mix them up, and it's like, I gotta.
So you drew on your computer. It looked like Glass was doing hers on her phone.
Yeah, she was on her phone. I'm on my laptop, but I have my mouse here, and I can draw it like that. But my mouse button's all messed up, so sometimes when I'm clicking the button, it's not registering that I'm pushing it. So that's why my lines were coming out dotted and stuff, but not coming out straight, because my mouse sucks.
Time to invest in a new one.
Oh, Nick, I'm glad you mentioned that. Just a real quick before we go. We did kind of talk about getting an 8th member, but we reconsidered and decided we're just going to leave a 7 and see how it works out. Because I know we mentioned it, and we were like, we're going to put out tryouts for a new member, blah, 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 and people are expecting it. That's not happening. It's going to be the 7 of us. We never made an official announcement, but now here's the official.
Once we kick out somebody else, which is possible, then we most likely will.
Once we kick out new and old officially.
I didn't say that. New and old, I didn't say that. Wasn't me. Last, I definitely didn't say it. I got a box coming last. I'm not sending 2. Okay, I refuse to do that. So.
Oh my God. Oh.
No, but yeah, we talked about it, but it was like people felt like we had a good vibe, and I guess we're concerned that you bring somebody in that maybe it alters it, not in a good way. So,
yeah. So
it's a bit of a risk, but it could have been great. It might, but. People didn't want to take.
We're just gonna leave it as is for now. We might do a trial for a new member later, depending on how things go. But we're gonna leave it as.
Yeah, maybe that's a good idea. We could have trials, and people come in, and then they do the live, and at the end of the live, we can say,
thumbs up, thumbs down.
All right, we can do like they do in Gladiator.
Or we'll do like
I really do
what's that
like to
called?
be able to do that. We got to find a way for me to do a thumbs down somehow. I don't know.
America's Got Talent or whatever. We just X them.
Eh.
have somebody else backstage wait and bring on the next person.
Once we do, we just wipe their image right off the screen.
Gone.
Gone.
Oh my goodness. And just because I'm gonna play the track. There we go. That was made by our friend Chase from Chase's Kingdom. And that's it. I appreciate you coming on and hanging out with me and letting us bother you and pick your brain about your collection and your life. Hopefully we'll have you on another interview sometime in the near far future.
Questions were unanswered. I think
I have a lot that were unanswered, but I didn't want to go through all
personal
of them
ones like boxers or briefs or something like that.
Exactly. Yeah,
neither.
Come on, don't say it now.
Forget that. People will forget. People have a terrible.
But spoiler alert: I plan on having all the Pop the Chaos members come on in the next coming weeks because
you're even going to have Vincent on.
Yeah, he was.
You don't know everything there is to know about Vincent.
He was the second person I had in my interview. That's how.
I know, but you got to know everything there is about him, don't you think?
But I haven't asked him all the questions yet.
Haven't you?
Like, I don't know if he pours his milk or cereal first. I need to know these things.
I guess.
Oh God! All right, guys.
I mean, I feel like sometimes I need to know less about something. Like I don't really want to know. Like what I know about Chase is too much. If there's a way to get less information, I'm really into that. So.
Oh God! All right, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you again for hanging out, and thanks to everybody in the chat for coming and hanging out with us. Don't forget this Friday, 7 p.m. You said?
Yes.
7 p.m. Bearded Barbarians channel. He's having his Pop the Chaos live. Tell your mother, tell your father, tell all your friends. Get your second YouTube accounts. You got to get Barbarians watch numbers up. Let's go.
I have 350 videos. Start watching them all.
Just watch on the loop. Let's go. Support our local Barbarian.
Right. don't go after the national Barbarian. He's trouble. The local one is what you need to work on.
That's right. And with that being said, we out of here. Spread love. It's Brooklyn.
In case I don't see ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
And that's all, folks.